and welcome to the Seeking Harmony channel. Here we are all about mental health, spirituality, and healing. Uh, Today's topic is why you should learn to accept your imperfections. What I mean by imperfections in this case, I don't mean actions. You are always responsible of your own actions. What I mean by imperfections in this case is like traits or tendencies. Good example, many times said example, but yeah. So I am introverted. I'm social introvert. I can be social. I can look like I'm extroverted, but I'm not. And in high school, I was like thinking that I want to be part of the group because I get bullied in my whole elementary school. So I was like, in high school, I'm gonna be part of the group, and I thought that it means that I'm going to parties. So I went there and I tried to mask like that I was having good time, and I just asked all the time people if they had more alcohol because I needed to get totally wasted that I could be there in the first place because I just felt terrible. And I think people see it through me with that. Yeah. So it's very important. Yeah, so I have 4 reasons why it's very important to learn to accept your imperfections. First thing is that it's very important part of self-compassion. I'm gonna put a link below to the video where I'm talking about how to know yourself better and what is self-compassion. And of course, you need to know yourself to be able to know what are your imperfections. And accepting imperfections is very important part of self-compassion because how could you love yourself if you don't accept yourself totally? Like, you can love yourself, you can love parts of yourself, and nobody is perfect. Everybody has struggles with learn to accept their imperfections, but I think it's process. It's process to learn to deal with them. And the second reason why it's good to learn to accept your imperfections is that you will learn to deal with them better. Like, how you think that you could control something that you are denying or you don't know anything about. Like, example, if you have like tendency to feel sad, like you just try to force yourself to be something. What I'm saying here, like, when you know what you're dealing with, you know how to cope with them better, and it's important part of self-knowledge. And the second thing is that when you learn to cope and deal with your imperfections better, you can make something destructive to be something productive. And I don't mean like productive like in capitalistic sense. I mean more like you can create something. I had in my past problems with self-harming, but then I learned that it's very good for me to put it all on writing and painting, and like, you learn your way to make something beautiful from something ugly. You can make something ugly to be beautiful by just its process, but it's worth it. So accept your insecurities. The third reason why it's good to learn to accept your insecurities or imperfections is that that's the way you don't let other people determine you. If people see that you are very insecure about something, and if they have any bad tendencies, they can use that against you. They can be like, they can use that against you. But if you own your own imperfections, nobody can weaponize them against you. You're like, okay, I'm that kind of person, so what? Yeah, I understand, I'm this kind of person, but you can't touch me. Can't touch this. Sorry. Anyways, when you are owning your own problems, people can't weaponize them against you, as I just said. But yeah, so it's important. You don't need to celebrate or be proud of your imperfections, but just learn to accept them. And the fourth reason why it's good to learn to accept your imperfections is that it might make other people to relate to you more, because you like, after you have accept your insecurities and imperfections, you can still choose to not to base you can choose to not to base your image on idealistic perfection. You can, instead of trying to look perfect, you can show that, hey, I'm just a human, I'm vulnerable, I am, you know, that's okay. uh yeah, you might seem more authentic. And the thing is that when all of us have imperfections and insecurities, and we might most of the people want to hang out with people who are not, so to say, perfect, because it's more relatable. You don't relate to robots, you relate to human beings. um, so they might feel like they can trust you better, because you might not, when you have self-compassion, you also have compassion towards other people more likely. So maybe people can see you inspirational and be like, hey, I want to learn to deal with this thing too, I have this tendency as like, it can be inspirational, and it can be like, yeah, people just don't want to hang out with perfect people, because they see that that's not the whole picture. Something is just, you know. So here was 4 reasons of why accepting your imperfections is good, and I hope that this helped some of you. And follow if you want to see more content like this, and give like if you feel like it, and comment if you have some good advices around this topic. And yeah, until next video, bye.